Hey everyone, Zero JD here with the XBLA Fan Channel. Here to give you a quick taste of Lovecraft's Untold Stories, a roguelite game that is kind of twin-stick shootery. You're controlling with the left stick and shooting with the right stick, and then you have abilities on the bumpers and triggers and all that kind of fun stuff. It is a very Cthulhu-y. You're fighting like zombies, cultists, Cthulhu apparitions. They even say Cthulhu by name, Dagon, all that kind of fun, crazy stuff. I've been to like a hospital, a laboratory, a cemetery, the trademark creepy old mansion where crazy stuff is happening. But I got my normal continue. There are multiple characters like I've unlocked I have a detective, I have a professor, there's a witch and all that kind of stuff that I haven't unlocked yet, but it's what you think it is. Whoever you're playing as last, wherever your location is last, you just hit continue and you go back to that. New story is kind of a not like a new game, it's like new playthrough. There is aspects of the game that do carry over. Items that are in a save box carry over, but your currencies do not. So we're actually doing Murphy here. He has the normal like shotgun kind of thing where you start out with. You have a melee attack and a roll, and that uses stamina. The professor has a kind of a plasma kind of gun where you have an energy gauge, and that's what's gauging when you can use your shield and your explosive shot kind of thing. But we're going to use the detective here. The detective actually starts at the mansion. The professor starts in the laboratory. You unlock the professor in the hospital after getting to a room where he's trapped and flipping all these switches and setting him free. And we're actually going to go to the hospital because I actually like this level a bit more. So once you beat the first areas for each of these characters, you discover a strange place, which is a hub that's shared by everyone. And you got this portal, which will take you to the next level. And the mini bosses will bring you to this kind of area. And the first mini boss I fought was a Star Child. And once I defeated him, behind him I actually got information on the great old ones, Cthulhu, Dagon, and I'm not going to even try to say that other dude's name. And it implies that next time when I encounter them, I will not go as insane. And this is the almighty magic save box where as long as you put stuff in here, they will be transferred over to your next run. So I'm going to take these onks. These are essentially extra lives. If you run out of health at the top left, or if you go completely insane, you die. If you have an onk, you actually just get teleported to the last the last safe area you were in. So we're going to actually take this powered up police shotgun, take some health, some chocolate that restores your sanity. We're also going to take this I think that's a spoon, and then this ammunition belt, which gives me a ton more shots. So I have my map on the right bumper. I got my melee on the left bumper. I have my roll on the right trigger, and then I have if I have a throwable, I can throw it with the left trigger. And then, of course, right stick, left stick, and then Cthulhu nonsense down here that I have no idea. I'm going to guess that if the more I kill, the more I will unlock there. So we're going to go into the next level. So the way this game kind of treats with levels is that they are randomly generated and all that kind of stuff. The different maps have, there's a chance that there'll be like, of course there'll be enemies. Once you get to a room with enemies, the doors will seal and you have to kill them all. There's also little event or interaction points you can have in each one, which will either do like a variety of effects and stuff like that. Then there's the way that you actually, let's say I actually die and don't have any onks, or I go fully insane. I will actually be restarting at this level. Anything I pick up after this point will be gone unless I find a save box in the world. So let's say I get some dynamite and I find the save box and I put it in there. It'll be safe for my next playthrough, and that is actually shared between all the characters. But let's say I get a whole bunch of Molotovs and then I die and I start back here, or I hit restart, or I hit return to the strange place. I will not have those Molotovs anymore. It is like right now this is a save state. That is where I will go when the worst possible happens. Oh look, hey skeleton buddy. And I can pick up goodies for him and all that kind of stuff and throw away the bone because I have no idea what that does. And of course there are enemies in here. It's a zombie, just one. This is still sort of early on in the game. It is also on normal, and I have a pretty powerful weapon. As you hear, there's no actual battle music. It's just this continual like background music. Oh, perfect. So this is one of the little interactable things, as you can see in the top map there. It is a little exclamation point. If I interact with it, it's like, hey, I can examine it, and it says all this like crazy Cthulhu stuff. And I've actually lost sanity, but I get information, which is one of the currencies I have. Bottom left, I have the money, And then I have the knowledge and kind of stuff like that. And of course, on the upper left, I have like my equipment and my hotbar there. I think it's very interesting how they handle the actual death. It's not crazy punishing. So I can, since I'm a detective, I can examine it. I lost some sanity, but I got some knowledge there, and that's a lot of the trade-off. Sometimes you'll get areas where I should examine it and see what's up. Oh well, it escaped. Sometimes you'll encounter like normal stuff, like a canary in a cage, or like an old-time radio where you listen to the broadcast, or even a painting of something normal. Anything normal recovers your sanity, which I think is pretty cool. And the only time I really died from insanity is when I've actually tried to mess around with the insanity stuff. Well, I'm also stunned, so there are also different status effects. There's acid, poison, curses, bleeding effects, and all that kind of stuff. And different items you can carry around can like cure it and all this stuff. Otherwise, it has to just time out by itself. I hate the stun effect. I also think that this for some reason I really do enjoy this level a lot. So this is one of the more interesting interactable events. There is a somewhere in the level there's a syringe. If I bring it here and fill it up, I can then find a zombie corpse and reanimate them and get information from them. It's actually kind of neat. Ooh, perfect. So see this key here? That key is now safe for all time. Next time I want to replay or anything like that, I can go and just grab that. It's pretty neat how that's handled. Well, there's also vendors around here. They'll buy and sell stuff. Some of this stuff is pretty great, like give you like full immunity to like acid and stuff like that. Man, speak of the devil. Man, that might actually be the devil. You're pretty spiffy for being in here, buddy. So let's keep moving. There's all these books. I think they're just there. I haven't really encountered any of them that are super useful. All right, let's see what this map is. Levels are pretty large. The other ones have required me to get certain items before I can open doors and progress and all that kind of fun stuff. Oh, hey! Yeah, the shotgun upgrade I have now is pretty great. Do I have a key? No, that's actually the key I put in the chest. One of the bosses I fought when I was playing as the professor was actually specifically designed to like make my insanity go up, which I thought was pretty cool. Aha! I'm gonna inject this. So I've gone fully insane, but I had that Ankh, and I'll just be taken right back to this this last safe room. Man, I'm gonna build a full skeleton if I keep that up. But I think this game's pretty neat. It's just kind of weird with like the music stuff. I was expecting the death penalty to be a lot worse than it was. I think it's actually pretty lax, at least on this difficulty. The next level for this guy is actually a cemetery, and I've actually been in there, and they had so many enemies chasing me that it actually kind of lagged out the game. But other than that, it's ran fine. Of course, since it is randomly generated, the enemies will be kind of randomly. This is actually the zombie you could come back in and reanimate him with, if I had the injection. The level design is kind of like, will be kind of weird once in a while. Be like, hey, one of the enemies has spawned in an area where they can't actually get to you. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty interesting Cthulhu-y roguelite game. Oddly not punishing, that especially on this normal difficulty. Maybe it's worse on the hard. I haven't tried it yet. Man, I am not doing good with keys. All right, here's perfect. So this is just like a normal mountain painting. If my sanity had been bad, I would have gotten my sanity back and all that kind of fun stuff like that. But yeah, like if you're looking for a interesting kind of roguelite game or kind of a shooter game, this might be for you. And of course, I can always just go back to the strange place. But so let's say I use all my chocolate here, all my health items here, and all my things here. If I go back to the strange place, those will all come back. So you can't like, as long as you can get to one of those save things, or one of the end of the level and beat the boss, you can effectively farm the levels and stuff like that and make it easier on yourself. But that's Lovecraft's Untold Stories. Let's quickly show off the professor. We're gonna go to the cemetery where he is. And as you can see, it's the same sort of hub. And he has this thing. He can only shoot 4 times with his certain setup here. He has a shield, and then he has this kind of a explodey shot. As you can see, everything is in here. Even though I didn't store the police shotgun here because I switched characters, it's back there. And of course, the information I got from the police chief is still on the board and all that kind of stuff. So it's probably all culminating into like me fighting the elder ones or the old ones. But so far, it's been pretty amusing. And now it's raining. And it's on fire as well. But whatever, that's what it is. Oh, we're gonna listen to the receiver. Okay. But anyways, that's Lovecraft's Untold Stories. I am ZeroJD. This is the XBLA fan channel. Thank you very much for joining me. If you have any questions, ask below in the comments. If you subscribe, share the video, like, it helps us out a ton. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.